Take a look at these blueberry oatmeal muffins that I made today. Little ones for our granddaughter, big ones for the rest of us. These are gluten and dairy free, but you can make them following the traditional recipe using all the ingredients that your family prefers. For our blueberry oatmeal muffins today, I'm making them gluten and dairy free, and I'm using pure Vermont maple syrup from my parents' farm for our sweetener, just to elevate the nutrition a bit. Now, before you make something like this, you need to read through the whole recipe first of all, but you need to soak your oats. Most oatmeal recipes for blueberry muffins ask you to use quick oats. I'm using rolled oats today, which are less processed. You need to soak these in the milk at least 20 to 30 minutes before you start. I'm using soy milk today. You can use almond milk, dairy milk, whatever milk you prefer. So that's your first step. The second step is to prep your coconut oil. If you don't want to use butter, you can use some melted coconut oil. I kind of semi-melted it. And I also measured out my gluten-free flour. Now, when I bake with gluten-free flour, I definitely weigh the ingredients. This stuff is a lot more dense than all-purpose flour, so you don't want to have too much of it. So I have my dry ingredients all mixed here. Over here I have my egg, maple syrup, some vanilla, and I'll go ahead and add that coconut oil. I did take a pastry brush and dipped it into the coconut oil to grease my pan before I started, because I don't use non-stick sprays here. So go ahead and mix this all up. And you want to do it in stages. I am using frozen blueberries today. And one of the things that you'll notice when you read through the recipe is when you use the frozen blueberries, you need to use less milk. So again, make sure you read through all of the instructions to have consistent results. So if you notice, my coconut oil kind of got thick in here, so it looks kind of chunky. Don't worry about it. It'll melt when it bakes. Okay, go ahead and give everything a stir before we add the rest. Now, usually when you're making muffins, if you're making them with wheat flour, you have to be really careful about over mixing. That's not an issue with gluten-free flour because there's no gluten to develop. So if you are a newer baker, that's an important piece of information to know. I'm mixing this pretty thoroughly today, but I would be a lot more careful if I had all-purpose flour. Okay, this is gonna look super thick. It's all right, we've got some other wet ingredients that we're gonna add to it. Here are the oats. Add those next. I love blueberry muffins. How about you? And you know, if you don't have blueberries, you can use a different kind of berry. You could chop up some apples. I'm sure that would work okay. Go ahead and stir this up a little bit to break it up before you add the blueberries. If your blueberries are fresh, you want to be super careful mixing them in, otherwise they'll smash and make your whole batter purple. And if you don't care, that's fine. So I am using frozen today, of course, as I mentioned. And I just want to stir it up until it's pretty well combined. There we go. I'm using the brownie pan set today to bake them. You can use a muffin pan, mini muffins if you want to. These two come in as a set, and they come separately. And the volume is the same as a mini muffin pan or a regular muffin pan. They're just shaped different. So what I've done is I greased every other one. This makes 12 muffins, and I want to split it up. So I've got my medium scoop here. Just grab a scoop and throw them in there. Now for your mini muffin pan, if you have our small scoop, you can do that. Or I'm going to use the same scoop. I'm just going to use about half of a scoop. And I love this one for quick snacks, or honestly, I'm bringing these to my little granddaughter. I know she's gonna love them, and they're perfect for little ones to hold on to. All right, they're ready to go in. These are bigger, so they're gonna go in at 425 for about 5 minutes, and then I'll drop the temperature to 350, at which point I'll add these to finish baking with these. They shouldn't take too long, and I love that I've got multiple sizes for different members of the family. They're all done. And you can tell when you touch them, they should feel firm. You can see they're starting to brown a little bit. You can also use our cake tester and poke it, and if it comes out clean, that means all the batter is cooked. I love the opposite side of the cake tester. It'll help me get these out when they've cooled. So I'm gonna let them stay in the pan for about 5 minutes to cool, and then we'll take them out.
Papa.